I think I've been requested more on this video topic than any, and it is a Friday, so fucking why not? It's going to be hypothetical ban list discussion time and the best decks post a ban list. I don't know, this is really hard content to produce because I'm not exactly sure where the ban list is going to go. So for keepsake, bear in mind that we're not going to talk about Trickstar, Gouki, or Sky Striker for this, because we do not know the possibilities of hits for those. So let's dig on into a fantastic discussion, shall we? Alright, George, Fred, and the Goonie brothers, for those of you that have been requesting this, these are the top decks that I feel can be successful post a ban list. Well, what kind of changes do you think we're going to see on a ban list, Robbie? That's a very good question, but I'm expecting Sky Strikers, Goukis, and to some degree, just a lot of things dying in a fire. So, the first one in the room that should be no shocker to you, Altergeist. Alright, so Altergeist still has the ability to play Floodgates. Melzik can still attack directly and take care of problem cards. The OTKs that the deck still generates are still very much there. But I honestly still think that they're going to take a precaution and just clean the deck up a little bit before the list. But hypothetically, if everything lives the way that it's going to do, I think that this could be the best deck until Thunder Dragons come out. Being able to Siliquidos constantly bounce removable monsters, being able to answer these problem cards that your opponent can generate and put on the board. Let's be real here. It's great. You know, I was talking about Neospatial Grammel with it still needing to be limited, and a few people are like, no, it doesn't. Cards that can get you into situations where you can lock your opponent out of the game are degenerate. That's why decks like Altergeist can be successful, because as soon as you can start playing Yu-Gi-Oh! On the opponent's turn, you start running into that bullshit shit show where, oh no, you can't interact with me anymore. You know, fantastic, right? So, without any doubt in my mind, Altergeist is going to be sitting at the lunch table as one of the best decks going into next format, depending on how limitations and shit affect it. But if you're looking for a deck to solidly go towards Altergeist, honestly. Constant control, constant bullshittery, just constant flows of plays. Yeah, the deck has everything that you could actually want for an anti-meta toolbox, just to say fuck you to your opponent. So, seems good to me. Now, the next one is these two engines are going to go hand in hand. Invoked Mech Knight. Purple douche. Purple douche. I'm as prepared as anybody else is for this shit show. And you know what? I'll even go one step further. I got blue douche. I got plenty of these guys to go around. So we've seen that the Mech Knight engine is strictly dependent on the meta, which is 100% true. But as for a deck that can come out of left field, make Macabas, make an attempt to control the opponent's plays, oh yeah, Invoked has everything that ever could wanted. Book of the Law OTKs, Alistair the Meltdown for searchability. Like, I don't see how this deck kind of just loses to the overall flow of Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, it amazes me that people are actually not wanting to pick up Mech Knights, considering how cheap they are. It's definitely proven it's worth at this point in time, and I think people are just being ignorant, dancing around the fact that these are going to be the same people that later on were like, oh yeah, I guess you were right. You know, they'll spend double or triple the money, you know, $20 on Nightfalls to pick them up if there's a price spike somewhere along the way. So just to be absolutely fair here, do yourself a favor. Have the Mech Knight engine, because it's already acting as a rogue deck in the current format, and it's doing fantastic. We have no issues with the deck, and I've already seen the deck in Trickstars, Pure, Sky Strikers. Like, the deck is proven, you know, the engine has proven itself definitely well worth just the adaptability that it's got going for it. So there's that. Now, when we did our metagame discussion last week, earlier in the week, a lot of people were butt mad because I didn't talk about dinosaurs. So, here's your obligatory dinosaur. Alright. Double Evolution Pill is a hell of a card. Alright, being able to summon Overtex, being able to summon out Ultimate Conductor. Both of these are fantastic cards. Your deck is still very fragile because you got hit. I played against multiple Dinosaurs yesterday at locals. The first thing I'm going to tell you is the matchup is not that hard. Hand traps make your life easier. As long as you're playing a deck that can support hand traps to some degree, you're not going to have a bad time. But Dinosaurs still do have constant searching. They oddly have access to Naturia Beast sometimes. I've seen some really crazy things out in my day. But like I said, in terms of a very, very good budget deck that can do things, Lost World, being able to just kind of control the opponent right now. Oh yeah, there's some really cute things that the deck can do, but is the deck absolutely tier 1 worthy? I don't think so, but I think is a very good choice to wanting to kind of alleviate from the current metagame. Fuck it, you know? It's definitely budget friendly, that's for fucking sure. Like, if you want to save some hella money, that's the place you go right now. You look to Dinosaurs, you look to it as just a versatile engine in general that you can pick up out of left field and have success with. And that's what players want right now. So, I definitely got to give it to Dinosaurs. This is another cheap alternative that you can pick up kind of out of the box and add some hand traps, and you're kind of good to go. Now, the next one is a no-brainer. If you guys kind of notice, it's like you eliminate the big meta and you bring over the little stuff. So next up is True Draco. I don't cartomize to 2. Some sort of floodgate limitation, maybe. You can okay. The loss of Masterpiece made the deck more consistent. This is strange, right? It's kind of wonderful what the loss of a certain card can do to you. But they gave us back Dynamite. So I heard so many people like just ban Masterpiece, give us back Dynamite. It happened, and a lot of people have been having a lot of success regionally with this. Is it a good pickup? Oh, absolutely. I would probably be falling back on True Draco myself for a short time until I develop a love for another deck in the meta. Just the constant power, the constant bullshit that the deck can generate. Yeah, nothing else to really talk about there. Now, the next one is going to be dependent on how the rest of the format shapes up, and it's going to be Crusading. Crusading is kind of adapted to the Sky Striker engine, and depending on how hits and things happen on the deck, we'll have to see. But Crusadia is that going second deck that is kind of dependent on how your opponent chooses to play the game. If your opponent doesn't choose to really engage with the game, well, you know, there's not going to be much you can do as a player. But Crusadia is one of those decks that, especially when you're going into a blind format, you can opt for second, and you'll probably be able to kill your opponent. Now, I think that's honestly kind of cool, because you can play the game on a whole nother level. But I don't know, it's one of those weird situations in the long run, because at the end of the day, you're still a fucking bricky deck and you still have to go second to kill your opponent. If your opponent knows your strategy and they force you to go first, well, fuck. You're gonna have a bad time. So these are the top 5 that I'm kind of thinking now. This is without saying that there are infinite other things out there. We have seen the Danger Engine being splashed in everything before a possible ban list. We've seen it in Blue Eyes, we've seen it in BA, we've seen the Danger Engine and everything. I'm kind of starting to think that a lot of players are going to be heading towards trying to splash the Danger Engine, kind of like the Sky Striker engine. They're kind of different in their own right, but I don't think that people are going to want to keep heading towards this paradigm. The Danger Engine, this a splashable engine, kind of detours me from it a little bit, but other people are having success with it. So I think the Danger Engine, in some sort of variant of these decks, will probably come up. I don't see any reason for it not to, honestly. Once again, if it's being successful for another person, even in Blue Eyes, for example, then the deck should see some sort of success in the long run. And then last but not least, I'm going to put Synchro on this list. So there's been a lot of hype, and I mean a lot, around this guy, Junk Speeder. Now, Junk Speeder has a very unique effect are not a very unique effect. People are fucking using this to make 3 Omegas. You know, the whole old dark deck that used to kind of sit around and would try to degenerate and control your opponent. I don't think the combo is consistent at all. But people are going to try out new things. People are going to try week 1 decks. And when things like this come up, you know, hey, you never know. There might be something crazy you'll run into at a regional level. You'll be like, what the fuck just happened to me? My opponent just shed out 3 Omegas. And you're going to be staring, like, just completely dumbfounded. So, this is a meta under a hypothetical ban list for September. I don't know what more to tell you guys. For some reason, people wanted me to talk about this. And this is what I've come up with. So, whew. Yep, can't wait to see a Nightmare Goblin band. Alright, guys. Peace out. Hope you enjoyed your discussion. The ride never ends, guys. Make sure you enable those notifications to get the latest videos that are being posted on this channel. Make sure you guys check out VanCole40 for my Cardfight Vanguard channel. And join me and House of Champions on the Zodiac Duelist TV Twitch stream. We'll be interacting with our audiences. And please check out No Limit Gaming and LGTCG.com for the cheapest trading cards on the market. Thanks for watching, guys, and please have a good day.